And we are now live. We are recording. Thanks for showing up. It's time to talk about a social media workshop, and it's to you, Yuritsa Reyes.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to jump right in, and part of, I'm going to just give you guys a little background with my social media and everything like that. It's something that I feel you'll notice, I feel very passionate about social media. I think it's a very powerful tool, not only to lead generate, but to also build relationships with family, with friends, etc. So it's just something that you can connect with people from high school and everything like that with just posting a picture, just saying happy birthday, whatever the case may be.
Hold on. Unmute Yuritsa. I just wanted to mute everybody. There you go.
Okay. So one of the biggest things with social media is you're going to see, like, if any of you guys have visited my Facebook or my Instagram, I'm keeping it more business. Facebook is more personable. So you're going to see that I try to follow like an 80-20 rule where I try to keep a lot of things personable. I share pictures of the kids, pictures if we go out to a park, etc. So you want to show whoever is following you or your friends on Facebook that you're an actual human being, that you're not just working 24/7. So that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing, because if you are bombarding your social media with business stuff, then people are going to start unfollowing you and everything like that. And you might get a little annoying, and you'll hear it. People actually reach out to you and tell you, hey, I'm getting bombarded with your stuff. So it's a good thing. You have to counterbalance it, and just also be authentic. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go over Facebook first so that you guys can see basically. Does everyone have a Facebook page already set up? Everyone has one. I don't know if are we going to leave everything muted?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be a little easier to show some stuff. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so I can just jump in and show you guys. All right, so close everything here.
That's the best tune ever. Your little Yuritsa.
I love that thing. I had someone criticize me about it a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna entertain it right now. So this is the Facebook page. This is my personal page. So you could see, like, on the Facebook cover, I always keep my Facebook cover something real estate related, even though it's my personal page, and always try to keep my phone number, some kind of contact information on there, so that if someone's visiting your page or someone sends your friend request, you don't know who they are, they can already see what you do and they can reach out to you.
I want to add, if I can add one thing to that, Yuritsa, that I think is really important here as well, is there should be, and I know you don't have it, but you should have a little description as to what you are about, even though you have your photo there. That's really, really important, because there's a lot of real estate you got to use.
Exactly. So you could change this up and everything like that. I always just keep my contact information there, but you can also put, like, this right here, for example. This is a 90-day homeowner challenge that I'm doing, and I've been posting a lot about it. So that's why that says that there. But you can change it every month. You can put it towards, like if it's Valentine's Day or whatever the case may be. But my personal is always going to have something like that there. I've been trying to be more consistent with my profile picture, because I always had like a selfie there, and I actually changed it yesterday. I've been listening to Stay Q a lot. He's like, be consistent with your social media. So I went and changed my profile picture there to reflect what I have on everything. Here on your bio here, you always want to make sure that you have something there that people can actually, they know what you're doing and everything like that. So I always try to keep that I'm a real estate agent, and put the state that you're in, because I keep seeing a lot of profiles from other real estate agents that they put there that they're a realtor, but they don't put that they're a realtor in Texas or anything like that. So it's like, if you want to refer business to that agent, you have no idea, what state they're working from. And of course you can reach out to them, but it just makes it a little easier. Here on the intro, you want to keep everything brief, but this is really, really important that I see agents, they're not doing on their Facebook. Wherever you're putting your information for your business, you want to make sure that it's linking to your actual Facebook business page. There's agents that are linking it back to, let's say you're with EXP, Keller Williams, whatever company you're with, they're just putting that they work at that company, and it's linking back to the actual company's page. And you don't want to do that, because you can start losing leads if they're going over your profile. So you want to make sure that it's something that they can click on that'll redirect them to your own business page. And then there you can put all your business stuff on there and everything like that. So, and then it's good to have your business page because you can see the engagement and everything like that on there. Does anyone have questions about this, about Facebook?
I have a quick question. How did you put your, like I'm in my profile now,
Okay.
trying to change it. So where I go edit and then do that, I just put at my business page right there instead? Just put the
Exactly.
name.
So, exactly. So instead of putting EXP, you just put your business page on there.
Okay.
You should be able to find it. If you can't find it, let me know. I'm gonna try to go as slow as possible just in case if people want to work on it at the same time while I'm going over it. So yeah, and then also on your Facebook business page, make sure you have all your contact information on there. Make sure you have your phone number and all of that, because if they won't see that, then they won't reach out to you. I'm trying to show you guys. Okay, view as a visitor.
I also want to emphasize too, and you had it on your personal page, Yuritsa, is have your contact information on your personal page as well, because there you may miss putting what Yuritsa just said as far as having your people being able to find your business page, because I'm going to tell you that 9 times out of 10 you cannot find agents' business pages, which means they're being secret, especially if they don't have their info on their personal page. If you're anything, when people are interviewing me, they say, how to get in touch with you? I said, well, everything's on my Facebook page. I'm not secret. You want to find me? I'm right there. My phone number, my email address, everything. And that's really, really important.
Exactly. And it's hard, like, especially me, like, I rely on the internet a lot. And if I can't find something online right away, then I'm just going to move on to whatever's easier. And I know it has to do with my age, but it's just with technology. You just want everything basically like at a snap, basically. So you want to make sure you have everything there. And then I just started being more engaging because I was posting a lot of pictures and everything like that. So whenever I see a really good question, I'll either copy it and use it. I mean, there's no sense in like thinking, so hard about a good question. Or if you do have a good question in your mind, post it, and then you'll see the engagement. Like right now, I decided to start the keto thanks to charity. I started the keto diet and I was researching and everything like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to post a question on Facebook. And it was a genuine question. Like I really did want to know more about it, but it turned into a really great engagement on there. And sometimes the people won't even reach out to you there on social media. Like, for example, this right here is just one. Like, I mean, in the beginning, I used to be so obsessed with, well, I only got one like, or nobody liked it or whatever. People are still watching your stuff and they'll reach out to you privately. It could be that same day, it could be days later. So don't obsess over the likes and the comments and everything like that, because people are watching. I mean, I forget which one. I think it was the keto one. And she wrote to me private message and never even liked it. She never commented or anything. She went straight to the private message and started writing to me there. So it's something that's really, really important. And then if you guys want questions, I do have, I can share it with you guys. Let me get on here real quick. I have these questions here that I can share with you guys. It's a bunch of questions. And then if you guys are interested, I'll share the Canva link. I have to make a copy of it, but I could share the Canva link. You guys can brand it, change the colors or whatever, and put your own social media stuff on there so that you can ask the questions on there. So if you guys want that, I'll be happy to share that with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to share that with everybody. Thank you for that, Yuri.
Right. Let's see what else. So Facebook, you want to just make sure you're saying, if you see someone's birthday's coming up and everything like that, just make sure you're engaging everything all the time with them. Unless if people have questions on Facebook, I'm gonna kind of like finish your Facebook, because Facebook is really a lot of engagement. You just have to make sure that your information's up to date on your bio and everything like that, on your about, and then just keep engaging with people. I really want to jump into like showing you guys how to design everything, which is what I really want to start doing. So does anyone have any questions about Facebook at all?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you know if there's a way to take your Facebook friends list and either like put it on a list or put it on a CSV or integrate it into my database, my CRM?
I would have to check. I'm sure that, I mean, I'm not sure if it's
I can give you the answer to that. Years ago, up to about 6-7 months ago, you were able to download it. Now what happens is they do allow you to get your list, but it is not something that you can copy into a database. They just give you the list in HTML. So
Okay.
you can download the list in HTML, which means it's going to be online when you open it up. So you'd have to copy and paste one by one. You're not going to be able to do anything in any other form. Okay, Kyle?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a quick question on Facebook business page. Hi. Just came a little bit late. So yeah, so I've had a little difficulty changing my business page name.
Okay.
And on my personal page under profession or work, I entered, for example, Razi Group at EXP, and that didn't come highlighted. So I've been trying to change my current Facebook page name, different times, and for some reason it's not changing it.
You may have to reach out, and I think the customer service at Facebook kind of like, it's not really on point, but I think you may have to reach out to them.
Okay.
Because it might be like if you change it too many times, I think they block it. You can't change it.
Yeah. When was the last time you changed it?
Oh, a long time, but I've been trying to submit a change, but it won't go through.
Okay.
I read something online that if your page has over 200 followers, it might have different guidelines. You can't just change it. I'm not sure.
I think you'd be okay. I would try it again. If you want to reach out, we could probably get on a call real quick and help you out. It won't take more than 10 minutes. We figure it out. If not, you can go there, but it'll be worth a 5-minute,
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
Just reach out to me later.
Perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And then if anyone has any questions afterwards, I literally like block the rest of the day for questions and everything after the Zoom, if that's needed. But the other thing that I wanted to talk really quick about Facebook is the lead generation part to it. You can take posts like, let me find a post really quick. Like you see right here, this is another question you could ask to engage. Something that you don't need to prep for and talk about for 30 minutes. But you could take one of your posts. Let's pretend this is a listing. You want to share this listing with everyone around you, basically, and you don't want to pay for marketing because, especially if you're starting or whatever, you might want to just not want to invest so much money in marketing. You can share it to different groups. So what you want to do is make sure that you add yourself to certain groups like community pages, yard sale pages. Make sure you read the rules that they're not restricting real estate agents from marketing, or that you could only market, let's say, once a week. Just make sure you read the rules. What I personally do is when I'm adding myself to a group, if I already see that you can't do it, I won't add myself to the group so that I can just play it safe. But what you do is you can share it to a group, and then you share it at a minimum. I do 25 groups, and then that's basically free marketing. So let me see right here. Like if I wanted to share this here, Poinciana is awesome. It's one of the cities where I live at. You could just share it there, find 25 groups, and it's literally like at a click of a button. You could get this done within like 2 minutes, as after you've added yourself to a good amount of groups. And then that right there, people will start writing to you and everything like that. You can create your ads so that it looks nice. It could be something like homeowners, renters, to homeowners, something like that, so that you can catch people's attentions. Or you can just share listings.
That's big, guys. That's really big.
Yeah, that's good.
When I first started real estate, I'm going to go back to that whole group thing. When I first started real estate, I moved to North Carolina. I didn't know anybody at all. And my daughter, I think at the time she was like 4 or 5 months. So she wouldn't get off my lap at all. So I couldn't really go out to do open houses. It was really difficult in the beginning. So I had to really rely on social media a lot. And the best way, and I was on a tight budget, so the best way that I could have generated the leads was literally through Facebook. And if you guys saw my ads in the beginning, like they looked horrible. I created them on Microsoft Word and or on Paint. I mean, they looked really, really bad. But I still got the engagement that I was looking for. I had, it was my first year, I kind of did real estate kind of like a part-time thing. And I had closed 11 transactions my first transactional year, and 7 of them came directly from Facebook. And then, you know, that's how basically I began my career in North Carolina, because there was no way that I could be out and about all the time with my daughter. She was really freaking little. So
I have a question.
yeah.
If a situation like that you're not from the area, so who were your friends in there that you got the transactions from? Did you just start adding people that you didn't know?
I did. Okay, so that's a good question. So
No, good
what
question.
I started doing is I joined like a Raleigh moms group. So look for like moms groups or anything that, you know, you can relate to, if it's workout, whatever it is. And I added myself to certain groups, and then I just would engage with people there. If people were talking about, you know, how horrible their kids were acting that day, I mean, I could relate to that. So it was things that you start relating to people, you start, you know, communicating. At the time, I also started was really big with trying to homeschool the kids, because I was slightly crazy at that moment. And I was like, you know, I want to homeschool the kids and everything. So I joined homeschool moms group as well. And then I actually created a small group where I could do like a meetup with some of the homeschool moms that were closer to me. And there was probably about 8 members. We would meet up, go to the museum and stuff like that. One of them, she was gonna convert into a buyer, but they didn't have the credit to buy, so we ended up renting. But it was a good way, and that's how I basically started to meet new people and everything like that, through the moms group. And it was literally, a lot of it was through Facebook. Like the only times that I would leave to meet up with people was through like that moms group, or if I was showing a house. But a lot of it was talking to people online, and then I would add them, you know, as friends on Facebook and everything. And at first you do get a little hesitant. You're like, they might think it's weird that I'm sending them a friend request and all that stuff. But to be honest, a lot of people, they want that. They want to be able to, you know, connect with other people. So, you know, I just, you know, left that thought behind and stopped thinking, you know, might think it's weird, and just started sending friend requests to people. And they would see my videos, they'd see my posts and everything like that. And, you know, everything just started growing from there.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to add, when you, it's not a big deal to do friend requests. I mean, if you want to add friends, if you've got under 5,000 friends, your goal should get to be 5,000 friends, and that can be some realtors, it can be, you know, people in your niche market. So going to groups, as Yari said, is really an important place to go. I mean, all you do is I mean, if it's a town like whatever the name of the town is, and put groups after it, and you'll find them. You want groups, not pages. And this way, when you can start engaging there, and you can start friend requesting there. The only thing I can tell you to be careful with is that, you know, sometimes Facebook will stop you from, or will ask you a question if you know the person.
Right.
And this is a way to build up your engagement, because if you start engaging in the posts on that group as well, and it also can give you ideas of what kind of a group you could start that could be value to the community that you're now a part of.
Exactly. Like this is one of the local groups here. Poinciana is awesome. And I mean, this group is, most of it is just people complaining about accidents and stuff like that. Cause here it's like notorious for this. But it's a good place to come in here, and you could even post like, what is this person doing? Okay, so for voting. So they're putting information like that. You could be that person on these groups. You don't have to do anything. It doesn't have to be real estate related all the time. You could be a resource to the community, and people start seeing that and they start trusting you. Then they'll click on your picture, and then they see that you're in real estate, and who knows if they're actually looking for a property. So it's one of those things that you can't really measure like what the outcome is going to be. You just have to keep consistent at it, and then just keep doing it.
I have a quick question on that.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. So when you interact with different groups, are you interacting from your business page or your personal page?
For my
personal page. So when you have a personal page and you're commenting on those and sending friend requests, do you just show that you're in real estate on your bio, or also have business/personal posts on your personal page?
I do a mixture of both. So on my personal, I always try to keep it like an 80-20. Sometimes I suck at it completely. I mean, I'm a workaholic, and everyone that knows me knows that. So sometimes I don't really follow the 80-20 rule. I try as much as I can. But if you're throwing in there hints that you're in real estate, even if it's something like, this is something that I saw would be awesome, that used to be work really awesome, was I would post pictures of the kids, let's say, and say something, and I would use, it sounds bad because it was like using the kids for marketing, but I would take a picture of the kids, and let's say we're at the park or we're having yogurt or something like that. I'd say, you know, having yogurt with the kids after a long day showing houses. And,
Right.
you know, it's something that you're not talking about real estate per se, but you're just reminding people, hey, don't forget that this is what I do.
And you're
So
doing that through your personal page. You have to decide, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to use my personal page for business and stuff. You have to decide, you know, honestly, when you become a real estate agent and you start using social media, you're now a public figure. So if it was 20-80 before, it's now 80-20 or 90-10. You know, for me, it's about 90-10. It all depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. Mostly everything for me is work. And I'm getting the engagement through some different things that I'm doing, which we'll get to. But you know, that's what you want. You want to post stuff, and you want people to comment not only on your personal stuff but also on your business stuff. And the way you already just talked about, you know, having yogurt with the kids after a long day of showing houses, you subliminally just threw it in there. You didn't put in anybody's face, too.
Right.
exactly. And it just resonates on them. Like they just start thinking, oh yeah, like, well, you know what? And you just do that very often. And again, like Dave said, it really depends on what your goal is with your personal. I really, you know, everything to me is going to be work. My personal page, that's just the way I see things. Because I don't want, and it depends on how you are and everything like that, but I don't want to be, well, that's Josh's wife, or that's, you know, Ethan and Ava's mom. I want to have my own identity, and people see me as, well, you're a real estate agent, you know. So it depends on how you want people to see you. I don't want people to forget, because it hurts. I'm sure people have gone through it, that it hurts to see like a family member or a friend or something like that close on a property and they didn't use you, and you're like, man, what could I have done differently to gain, you know, their business? And usually it's nothing personal at all. They just simply forgot, or, you know, it's always something.
So
But
we
it
got a
hurts.
couple of questions I want to run out to you real quick. And one is, can you please explain organic reach a little better?
The organic reach. Okay, that's a good question. So with the organic reach, that's basically coming from the people from your actual page. So let me see if I could show you guys something. It's gonna be really old. But you could see there that it's coming from the people actually in a group, and this is a group, but it's coming from your group, or it's the paid reach. So if you boosted a group, boosted an ad, and I apologize for my English. I've been in Kissimmee, Florida for too long, and my Spanish has just been like, that's all I talk out here. But if you're boosting an ad, that's what you're gonna see organic reach. Let's say there's a total of 700 reaches, and organically from your own people, you reached 200, and then the rest of it came from the paid. And that's basically how you can read that. So it depends, like if you want to boost your ad and stuff like that, so you can grow that reach. But organically is going to be from within your community.
I want to add one thing about that word boost. I'm gonna ask you not to use the thing that says boost your post, because it is. I mean, if you've ever heard a guy by the name of Travis Tom, he's the Facebook guy for real estate. He's a coach on his own, but he is the Facebook guy. Talks about real estate with Facebook, and he comes right out and says, "Don't boost your post. It's a waste of time, a waste of money. It's not going to get to where you want it. You need to go in the back end and do an engagement ad."
Yeah, I wouldn't. I used to boost in the beginning, and honestly, unless if you're putting in a lot of money, it's not worth it. You could get the same results with sharing the ad a bunch of times to like the 25 groups, like I mentioned. You'd get the same exact results. And I've actually tried, like I tested both. I took 2 ads and I checked what was I getting the best result at, because I was trying to put like 200 a month on boosting my ads. And when I started seeing that I'm literally getting the same results, if not better, by just sharing, then I haven't spent a penny in doing the boosted ads in like 2 years now.
Yeah, I want to just add one more thing about organic and the questions that you're asking. That's going to give you more organic reach because you get more engagement with the questions. But another way another really good way to engage with people you know and people that are on your friends on Facebook is to engage with them through Messenger, right? And there's a lot of different ways to do that. And I know it's on the list, but I'm gonna jump on it if that's okay with you, Yari, is to talk about birthdays. Now, over the years, what I've done is I've always sent out a birthday message, and it's been on their timeline. And basically, I'll maybe get a thank you, yada yada, because people might get, they might get 20, they may get 100 happy birthdays. So it's almost impossible. Every now and then you'll see someone say, "Thanks so much for all the birthday wishes, yada yada yada." So what I would do if I were you guys is I would wish everybody a happy birthday through the messenger, right? And if you'd like to take it a step further, which I have done, and I have done it every day, probably since May, is I actually do a video message in Messenger every day. I did miss one day and I did belated the next day, right? So, and it's got to be a habit. It's got to be a commitment. Right. It is going to increase your engagement tremendously. It has done wonders for my business, okay? And the engagement and the people that I'm reaching. So it's really cool.
To add to that too, when you're doing the birthdays, you could even do it like 2 days before. That way they haven't been bombarded with too much happy birthdays yet. And of course, let them know, I know your birthday's approaching. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. But you could also, depending on how you want to do it, if you like the person, you could also send them an e-gift card. I received an e-gift card for my birthday like once, and I'm like, it was super thoughtful. I wasn't even expecting that. I didn't even know you could do that through Facebook Messenger. But you could send them a Starbucks card, so it's stuff like that that you can also do. Nice. Especially with a past client. I would do it with a past client for sure. Nice. The other thing with Facebook is, you guys probably have heard it like many, many times already. Go live as often as you can. And then the other thing is doing the virtual showings. I have tried to get in contact with some agents in the area to see if I can do like the open house. I know with COVID going around, it's a little, mixed emotions about that. Then I considered doing the open house virtually. And then I'm like, you know what, why don't I just record myself, like on my actual website, just record me showing a property. I've done it once this week and it turned out, okay. I know that if I stay more consistent with it, it'll have a better outcome. But I was thinking 1 or 2 times a day to post a quick video of your website. That way it's branded. It's not showing the listing agent or anything like that. You're on your actual website, your information's on the corner, and you're just literally recording saying, wow, guys, I just found this property. I'm out here, I'm on my website looking at properties for a buyer, and I came across this one. It's beautiful. It has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. Like, it's insane. And then just keep going through the pictures, talk about it if you know any details about it, and just post it. Very short, simple, put it out there, and that's, an engagement post for the day.
So another question, are videos getting way more engagement than just a post?
It depends, but yes, videos are always going to be more engagement. You'll see people, like, I'm sure you guys have seen also videos that they have like captions and everything, because, if you're watching, like I watch the videos without even listening to it most of the time. I know it's really weird, but a lot of people do it. And that's why people add the captions. But yeah, the videos for sure is always going to get more engagement than the actual post itself.
I have one more question. This is, I read that moving posts get more attention. I'm not sure if I understand that question. I want to know if that's true.
Moving the post, how?
Like tagging people?
Like a boomerang.
Owner, why don't you come on?
Yeah,
I don't know who that is. Go ahead.
That was my question. You know how some of them just, you'll be going through your phone and you'll see something move just back and forth real quick, just enough to catch the eye. Is that getting more attention?
Okay, so you're talking about a video, or I'm not sure.
Like
right?
those 3D pictures?
Yeah, it's like the 3D pictures.
And you scroll and it moves. I just started seeing those. Those are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same picture and it just kind of moves back and forth real quick,
Yeah.
just enough to, get them to look at it.
It's the 3D photo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to
To be
you,
honest,
Gary.
I'm not sure if it's getting more engagement. I could imagine it is because it makes you stop to look at it.
Made you guys stop.
Yeah, exactly. So it's making you stop to look at the picture. So the goal is getting across with that. so that people stop and look at it.
I always stop when I see it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially if it's outside. If it's an outdoor picture, it's really cool.
I have a question on the marketplace. Do you utilize that?
It is a good place to go to find for sale by owners. But yeah, when I have a listing, I do share it on the marketplace. But if you're looking for sale by owners, it's a great place to go. And I found one actually, and I only tried it like a few times, but you can go on there and click on the list. You'll figure out which is, an actual listing by an agent and a for sale by owner. But it's a great way to pick up on that. So yeah, I use it more to browse and stuff like that and to post listings.
Is there a maximum to how many groups you can be a part of?
No,
I don't think so. I'm on so
No.
many groups.
me too. I can't remember them. I go through my list.
Okay.
It's just amazing.
I wanted to touch really quickly creating your own group. So this is a group that I started probably 2 years ago when I was in North Carolina. And it's grown to 4,002 members now. It's not, not as crazy active as the other ones in the area, but it's something that I started. The intentions behind it were a lot different. And I'll go into a different page now, but this group basically, the intention was to be the resource for everyone to know that I was a real estate agent and everything like that. If you go in with those intentions and you stay consistent with it, you're going to see the results to it. I'm not sure if you guys watched the video yesterday, but there was a video about groups, and I actually decided to go back and create another group and just be consistent with the intention behind it.
Where was that video, Yari?
Seiki was showing it yesterday. I'm not
Okay.
sure if he has it available, but it was a group. It was a video basically talking about how to lead generate off of your own Facebook groups. So you can start one, and see this one right here. Let me see if I can see it like as an actual viewer. Well, anyways, like if you could make the rules, you could put it a certain way so that you can control it a certain way. You could even set it up that you have no realtors at all joining it. I mean, that's completely up to you. I would leave it open just so that they can also post their listings and everything like that. But it gets a lot of activity going on in this
Okay.
group.
Okay.
I'm going to show you guys the one that I just started yesterday.
Do you have any unconventional ideas for groups aside from the community page?
Sure.
Because my area is on lockdown with the community pages.
So anything you can think about that would be interesting to others, you can do a group on, and you can also add the geography to it, right? So I have a friend of mine, actually an old agent that used to work for me, that I gave him this idea, and he never went about it, but he was a big cat person, big into animals. So I said, take your county's name and say the pet friendly realtor. I mean, you could use New Jersey's pet friendly realtor. You can use all about dogs in real estate. You could do something like that. Those are different, right? So just anything you can think of, you can do a group on. And what you also need to remember is that you can build a group, but if you're not going to promote it, you've wasted your time. And you've got to be careful on who you invite to and how you invite and when you invite, right? I played with a lot of different things, and I've built my real estate skill builder group slowly because it's only real estate agents. So I now have, I think I'm about 999 right now. So if anybody can hit within my voice can hear it, go there and be the thousandth member. Anyway, but yeah, so that answer your question, Ada?
It does. I'm so not an animal person, so I'm giggling, but I will definitely think of what kind of person I am and try and create something.
Well, let me ask you a question. What hobbies do you like? What do you like to do when you're not doing real estate aside from your family, your kids, and your house? What do you do?
That's pretty much it. We really don't do anything else.
Okay.
Photography.
All right. What was that, Farhad?
Photography or sports, the kids are involved,
Yep.
travel.
So there's, so just, I mean, maybe if when you're strolling through Facebook or surfing the internet, and maybe you'll come up with something that would appeal to you, and you want to think about whether it's going to appeal to the community that you're in. I mean, Ada, you could do something for Bergen County. You could call it North Jersey. You could, I was talking with one of my mentees last night about a page that she's going to be building mostly on YouTube. So you're not only limited to Facebook, you can also do it on YouTube, and you're going to get a lot of engagement there too, because it's, it's not used as much.
Exactly. I don't know if you guys, this question made me think about Selling Sunset. I don't know if you guys have watched the whole thing, that they actually did an open house on Botox and burgers. I'm like, what? To me, it didn't make sense, but it got a lot of people engaged and everything like that to go. It's definitely something unique to her, but it works for her. So I guess just finding something that works for you. But
right.
This page here, this is the one that I started yesterday. So it only has 4 members, but this is where I'm going to be with the intention that I had in the other page. I'm actually going to commit to it now and do it. So here I started already putting resources. So it's pinned to the top. That way anyone can see it, and I'll keep adding as I go. But, I want them to see me as the resource in the area. So immediately they can come to the page, they can use it as a resource. And if they forget, you could always Google these things, but for some people, that's not the way they function, and Google's not the answer. So it's good for them to be able to come somewhere and be able to find a bunch of stuff. Here, eventually I'll put painters, home inspectors, like whatever I can think of, I'm going to put them under the vendors list, and it'll be actually people that I would personally use. So that's something that I'm going to go ahead and put them in there. Let's see what else. Do you guys have any other questions about Facebook? That's all I had for Facebook, and then I was going to move on now to Instagram.
So one quick
I have a question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You can go first. I'll go next.
Sorry. Yeah. So one quick question is, when you're creating these groups, let's say you have 4 or 5 different groups with different geographical areas or different topics.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you get involved in it? Because it's for that particular group on the topic. And then how do you incorporate, let's say, for example, some kind of a real estate, or, if it's not real estate directly, how do you monetize from that? Like, for example, engagement.
Okay, so here you just have to engage in it basically as often as you can. Answer questions, like eventually, because this is an information page, eventually there'll be stuff about other stuff that has nothing to do with real estate, but you have to keep engaging with your members in the group so that they, your name keeps popping up. That way, whenever you do post, the algorithm is there on their Facebook, and then they'll see things like this. For example, I put a list of all the homes that are for sale in Kissimmee. I put that on there. I'm not going to do this every single day. I'll probably do it like once a week. That way I'm not also bombarding my members, and they get turned off and they want to leave the group. So it's something that you just have to engage with your members, and can't make it all about real estate. You have to come from contribution in all of this.
You need to be the driver of your group.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you've got tens of thousands of members, you need to be the driver.
Got it.
Yeah, and you make the decision from the beginning, like, do you want realtors in the group? Do you not want them? Do you, it's certain things that you have to think about. And I'll be honest, like with the other group, the Raleigh information page, my intentions were to be the resource, but I didn't have goals in other areas. So now that I have a better understanding, and I'm like, you know what, I'm open to other realtors being in here, but I want it to be a page full of resources. Like right here, I put information about the evictions, so, and of course there's only 4 members on there, but I'm already trying to be as consistent with it as possible and engage with the members and remind them that I'm in real estate. And it's not, hey, I'm a realtor 24/7, but just engage with them. If they're asking questions about, do I take my kids to Celebration Hospital or do I take them to Poinciana Hospital? Obviously you can't, like, because you're a professional too, you can't be like, oh, well, I would never go here, but just talk about your experience. Like, well, my family always goes to Celebration Hospital. I wish you the best in everything that's going on. You know what I mean? So it's just engaging with them.
Yep. You want to be neutral.
Yeah.
By the way, I like that cartoon. Did you make that with Canva or did you create it something?
No, there's a lady in Etsy. She's actually, I think she's from Australia or something like that. And I can give you guys the link to her.
Awesome.
And she created, I mean, she did an awesome job. And the turnaround was really quick. It was
Nice.
like, I think like in 10 days I had it.
I think if you can
I remember
share
when
that-
I saw that of you, I was like, she is a baller. Before I ever even met you.
It's
Yeah,
awesome. I loved it.
More often now recently.
I think if you can share who that is or the link to that in the chat, that'd be helpful.
Let me
I
go
know
ahead
people
and
want that.
let me get that really quick before.
Okay.
So anybody here in this chat? Anybody from California? Okay. So I'm in San Francisco Bay Area. So hello.
Oh, so your average price is what, 8 million, something like that?
Plus minus, yeah, plus
Yeah.
minus
Maybe
200.
about 1.4, 1.5 now?
Yeah, for a small 2-bedroom.
How about that, guys?
Yeah, so 3-bedroom. I mean, where I am, I'm in between San Jose and Oakland, so it's called the East Bay area. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,500 square feet. You're looking about 1.2, 1.3.
That's crazy.
Yeah, with a small yard. Yeah. But then a 2-bedroom.
Is that Fremont?
Yep.
Nice.
So, you know, I travel a lot to San Diego, so that's the reason I joined today is I wanted to create a group between Bay Area and San Diego. So
Yeah, and you could definitely do it. Always like right now, I'm not trying to invite too many members to the group yet until I have it where I want it to be. I definitely want to have at least some vendors on here before I start going crazy inviting everyone around. But yeah, just think about your goal. Like in anything, like you always come up with a business plan. Think about how you want your page to be, and then go ahead
and Yari, if you don't mind, I'm going to reach out to you because I speak Spanish as well. So I want to target the Spanish community.
Awesome. Yeah, I need more referral agents.
There you go.
Right, let me, thank you. This is the first time I'm using the reflector, so let me see if it works here for me.
All right.
I want to jump into Instagram now, unless if anyone else has any other questions about it.
Yari, just one quick question. I did try to duplicate where you share content in the groups. For some reason, like when you looked at yours, you could go down the list picking the groups. But when I did it on my end, it makes me search the groups versus me being able to have a list. But I know I'm part of probably 15 groups.
So it's making you search for the groups instead?
Yep.
Instead
It should open it up. It does for me all the time. Just try it different ways. And you can reach out if you have any questions.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
I've seen it both ways too, though. I'm not sure. I can't trend what causes it to be each way, but I've seen it both ways. So maybe
I think it depends on if you're looking at it on your phone or computer.
I'm not sure that when I do my my broadcast on Fridays, if you watched any of them, you'll notice in the beginning, I usually go off camera, and that's when I'm sharing the actual broadcast. And sometimes I can do 20 groups really quickly, and other times it doesn't allow it to. So it's just like, I think it's a very, very touchy situation. So you just got to keep trying. Okay, guys. Okay.
I'm gonna open up Instagram. Let's see how this.
Is it working for you?
Let's see. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna go off desktop and show you guys some things, and then hopefully, Dave, you're able to screen share probably, right?
Yeah, I could do what you want me to do. I'm gonna go. I'll open up Reflector. Guys, just so you know, we're using a program called Reflector, which works with Macs. I'm not sure if it works with anything else, but it's a program where you can mirror. You can have your iPhone, your phone mirrored on your computer screen.
Okay,
right?
so it's not working. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into Instagram one way, and then Dave, if you don't mind, I can walk you through the story part, and then I can share the Instagram story.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, so this is Instagram. Let's go here. So my Facebook and Instagram are two different worlds, basically. Instagram is very branded. Facebook, it's whatever I find and I like, I share it. I feel like Facebook is more of like my real world, I guess. And then Instagram is more, Instagram is everything needs to look a certain way and all this stuff. So, and it's fun. Like you could go down this area where you start obsessing over it. I got there and I'm like, you know what? I can't be doing this. I'm just gonna post when, post more on my story where you can be very genuine and everything like that. But on the feed itself, it's different. Let me see if I can close this out a little bit so you guys can see it more like if it was on a phone. Okay, so on Instagram, it depends on what your goal is. If you want to brand yourself a certain way, the colors and everything like that. I started branding myself with these colors up here, like the very neutral colors, yellow and blue and white. Those are kind of like, and black, those are kind of my colors. So you'll see the pops of blues, pops of blacks here and there and everything like that. The yellow. So it does take some time to do things like this, but it's not rocket science. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys basically how to design things on Canva really quickly so that you can post it. Once you have your colors, I think that's the most important thing. Having your colors and your branding in mind is gonna simplify this, because if you have no idea what colors you want to use, then you're just gonna keep going back to the drawing board basically on Instagram and removing things and starting all over again. So that's the first step, to pick colors.
Now, how many times do you post a day? Because I do notice you post frequently. Do you have, like, I post a certain amount of times a day?
Yeah, I try to post once or twice a day, and you'll see, like, you might have saw something. I have really bad OCD with my Instagram, but you might have seen something that I posted a few days ago, and then I didn't like the way it was colliding with this here. So I'll go back and archive it. I won't delete it, I'll archive it just so that I have it there. But it's just something that, I tend to do a lot of. It's annoying, but I do try to post once to twice a day, and then you mix it up. I'm not always gonna post real estate stuff. This has nothing to do with real estate. If you guys read it, like, it literally has nothing to do with real estate. It just talks about what I would have told myself 10 years ago, if I had the opportunity to talk to myself. So here, motivational stuff, I'll post that. This was right here, Elizabeth posted like some really great questions that really like it made me really think deep when she posted that question. So I was like, you know what? I need something white. I took a screenshot of it. I put them both together. You can use Layout, and I'll share with you guys all the apps that I frequently use. But I use Layout to put them both together as a collage, and then I just put it on InShot. And then InShot, you can get more of the white in the picture basically, and I can show you guys how to do all that stuff. But
I just have one more question. Timing too. Do you find that you get more engagement at like nighttime if you post at night, or early in the morning, or around this time? Because that's something I'm trying to figure out.
The timing, it's gonna be depending on your audience. If I post something late at night, I'm not gonna get the engagement that I'm looking for, but I have noticed it's picking up a little bit more. Maybe it's just the algorithm, I guess, on Instagram. It's like, I'm popping up a little bit more on people's things. But I noticed that if I post anything around lunchtime to about, I want to say like 6 in the evening, you are getting the engagement a lot faster. You notice when I post it at nighttime, and nighttime, I'm talking 2 in the morning because I stay up really, really late. But if I post something like at 2 in the morning, the engagement isn't there as fast as I was hoping it'd be there.
Got it.
That I am noticing. Let me share with you guys really quick all the apps. So
What's up? I'm coming.
Let me close this out. All right, so the bio on your Instagram, make sure that you are putting your information on there. The first thing I put, married with 2 kids. So, I mean, you can put it in whatever order you want, put some information basically so people can relate to you. So make sure that when you put your real estate agent, put where you're a real estate agent at. If you have a separate page, let's say that you have a personal page and a business page, you can link your page here. So you can just put the @ so that it goes back to your business page if someone wants to click on it. Another thing I get questions a lot about is the campsite. Some people use, I think it's called Linktree.
Yep,
Or you-
Linktree, and also that's like, you can use your content cards for that as well, guys. If anybody's working with content cards, you can use that as well.
Okay, let me write that down. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, so I know Kyle's really good with Linktree. Kyle's got a great Linktree setup. Kyle Vasquez, who's on this broadcast. So you want to check his out. He's got a great Linktree.
Let me go on his. Kyle, what's never mind.
Right there.
I'm gonna send it in the chat now.
We got it.
All right, so see, you want to see stuff like that.
Really good stuff. He's got
It's really
he's got listings there, stock investments, join EXP. He's got that in there too. He's got stuff about himself as well. So
Is this paid for?
this is you can, I believe it, you can do a simple one for free, but it also is paid for as well.
Okay, and then here you can go back to his pages. So if I want to go visit now his Facebook page, I can easily go click on that and it'll link you back to your Facebook.
And one of the things you can do with your post there, if you have something that may be a video or might be something, check this out. And in your description, in your post, you can put link in bio, right? And understand the reason a link tree is so important in campsite and content cards is simply because you can only put one link in. So that's why Linktree was invented or came about, because it was just for that reason, to be able to do something like this.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome because it's something that you want to make sure that you have it on there, especially if you want to share more than one link and you could always go back. This one, I'm not paying for this one because if you pay for, I think, Linktree as well, you can add the pictures like Kyle has and everything like that and make it look a lot better. This one, I'm using the free stuff for now, but if you click on anything, it'll take you back to whatever it is. So.
And here's the interesting part about what you're seeing now is don't be afraid to R&D this stuff. Do you guys know what R&D means? It means rip off and duplicate.
Take it.
Right?
It's all yours.
Yes.
Right? You just go and take it. I mean, Kyle's got some great ideas and thoughts, and he already does it a little bit different, but it's the same point. Give value, give value, give value, and that's what you're doing. But you got to tell people it's there, because most people are probably not going to go to your bio.
Exactly. And that's something you have to remind them, even in your, no, we don't want that to happen. Even in your stories, if you put something on there, you want to make sure that you're telling them, more information in my bio or link in bio. And then to start taking them to your bio so that they can start visiting your website or wherever it is that you want to take them to. Like this one, for example, we're doing a 90-day program, and this one right here will take them to a landing page with EXP. Now, if they were to fill it out, I'll fill it out really quick so you guys can see. I'll put my spam email.
Everybody should have one of those, by the way.
I have. I've had this email
landing page with KV Core, or how'd you
with KV Core, yeah. So you see, and it'll immediately take me to the guide. Now there's steps behind all of this, and I can walk you guys through it at another day, but it will basically take them to whatever it is that you want to take them to.
Oh, that's great.
And you're probably going to get a lot of people clicking on that, so get ready for more leads that aren't leads.
Just make
And
sure
you can track the analytics on that too.
Yeah, you can go back to your home site.
That's awesome. Yari, we're up upon 2:00. So if you could go into how to build some of this stuff, because while everything else on our list is great, I don't want to run out of time. And I think this is one thing that people really want to know, even if you can just be as, not quick, but simple, because it's not hard to do. But it takes, things like that one, for instance, like, how did you get your picture so you could do that, right? That's a question that people are going to have.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through this. So this right here, I'm going to start with a blank template. I'm gonna delete all of this stuff on here.
And guys, this is recorded and it's also being broadcast live on Commitment to Capping. If you're not in that group, you should be.
I don't know. You could have told me before the double chin shots, Dave.
What's that? That we're broadcasting it live and that I'm recording it?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know-
I'm like,
I have no
I have
idea
my
what
phone
you're-
like on my shoulder, like.
I don't know what you're talking about, honey. So go
I should
ahead,
just
Yari.
always. I should just always.
All right, so this right here, you can change whatever, and remember, keep your colors constant and everything like that. But if you, I'm not sure if you could get this with the free Canva version. I have the pro, but you can save colors. If not, then just remember the number, whatever number you click on it, you can kind of, you click here, new color, and then save the number that's here. You can kind of do that if you want to do a paid version. But I'm gonna just start really quickly here and walk you guys through it. So you pick a background color, and I'm gonna show you guys the same exact design here. So to get the boxes there, you can go elements. You could find the element. I'm gonna go to the frequently used, but you just find the elements here, shapes. And then you can go ahead and put it however you want. Give me 1 second, I have a visitor.
Hey.
Here. Okay,
That's your social media assistant right there.
yeah, she is. All right, so then you take the box and then you change the color on it. Then, if you have any logos or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. So here, they have already like pre-made kind of fonts and stuff like that that you can use. So you can just go through it and see if there's anything there that you like. I'm just gonna stick to what I did here. So let's say that I have here a testimony. She was great. You can put it here, add the quotation marks. You could find it on the elements. Should be able to find it there. Let's see. So you can pick whatever you want there. Some of them you could also change the colors to them.
Can you do videos as well or no?
Huh?
Videos? Can you do that as well?
You
Edit?
could. Yeah, you could do video. So let's say that you created a border of some sort, and then after you created the border, give me 1 second, baby. After you created the border, here, how about this? You take this and sit down. This is why I started doing social media stuff, because of this. I'm with the kids like 24/7. So here, so back to the question with the videos. Let's say that you wanted to do a video, you can just go to here to upload. So you can upload a video and then you can drag the video into the box. And then you can go ahead and save it. And I can show you that if you want to see that. I can stay a little after, or you can reach out to me and then I can show you individually how to do that. All right, so you want to copy that. You click here to duplicate. And then you can just turn it around however you want to turn it. If you want to leave it the way it is, you can do that. See, I want to
Is
change.
it also available on the mobile version with the app? Can you have the app for it?
The app, I'll be honest with you, you could do it on the phone. You are going to be there forever trying to do stuff. It is so difficult to work it on the phone. And then when you go download it, let's say that I only want this one right here. It's going to download every single one of them onto the phone. So I would always recommend doing it from the computer or an iPad. It's just a lot easier, but if you're doing it, I mean, you could do it from the phone. It's just going to take you a lot longer. Okay. I'm not going to go like too crazy making everything look perfect. I just want to show you guys basically how to get everything in there. If you wanted to add, 5 stars, you can pick which one you want. Then make sure that your font is consistent with everything. So if I'm going to use Open Sam's Light, make sure you keep using that one.
Guys, while you think she might be going quickly, she is doing a job that you're going to be able to see that you don't get this as easily as she's doing it really anywhere, because you can get videos and it's like is the difference between there's two languages when we talk about software. One is English and one is geek. So you'd rather have the English than the geek, and you're getting English here.
That's right.
And then here, depending on the review that I actually received, I might put working with this put like my experience with them down here. And just make sure you kind of like line everything up so it looks very clean. And then as far as like the picture goes, you can keep adding more stuff, your contact information, all that stuff. But as far as the picture goes, you can do this on the paid version. Ignore like all my uploads on there. Some of them look absolutely crazy, but let's say that I wanted to upload, let's see, I'm working on something now. Okay, let's say that I wanted this one on here, but I don't want this background on there. You go to effects, background remover. And it literally takes everything out.
Hey guys, that in and of itself is just save you 30 or 40 minutes trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, like that's the best thing I think from Canva, because you can literally take a picture doing anything, doing any position or whatever. Like this right here, I did it purposely so that I can do contact me for more information, whatever it is. But you could do anything. I saw this ad, I'm not sure where she's at, but I thought it was like such a great ad. But you know, things like that. You know, you could take a picture anywhere, you could be in a really crazy spot behind you, and you could just go on Canva and remove the background. Because I know a lot of us, like, we tend to like make sure that the background is perfect and everything like that. But if your intention is just to slap it on an ad basically, then you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Just focus more on like the lighting and all that stuff. But that's how you do that. And it's really fast to get something like that done. If you want to go crazy and add more stuff, then you can do.
A lot of things you can do here, and I think that, I mean, as far as that's concerned, I mean, does anybody have any questions about other things to do? Craziness, you know, I'm curious. There was a question about video. Would the video play inside the frame that you built?
It will, yeah. So let me pull something up that I did for someone. Let me find it instead of like reinventing everything here.
Is that a paid feature to do the video that will move inside of the post?
That is a good question, because I've always had because of the whole background remover, I've always had the paid one. So I could find out for you if it is something that it's a paid feature or not. Let me write that down and I'll get back.
Well, you're doing look for it.
I've actually done a PowerPoint presentation through Canva too, and I can't remember how I did it, but it was really nice.
Let's see which one is a video.
Can we hire you to do some of the stuff?
No.
I had started to do it, but it was taking so much time. So I've been actually just teaching it instead, because it's time consuming. And then I have really bad OCD, so everything has to look a certain way. But I'm going to show you guys this one. So, and I'll just go in it really quickly. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's a video. She did add the words in the bottom of the video before she sent it to me. And then she just wanted like a very simple background and all that stuff. So you could put, and that she could post that directly into Instagram. If it's over 60 seconds, and obviously it's gonna go into your IGTV. And then it's also up to you. Like my IGTV, most of it is not even on here. You actually have to click on the IGTV to see any long videos. I took them off from my feed. But it's up to you.
How did you take the IGTV post off of your feed?
Okay, let me see if I can do it here. Probably can't do it from the computer, but you know how you can go and you can archive it, like you're trying to remove it? It's gonna give you an option. It's gonna say remove from feed or remove from something, it says.
And then why did you take them off?
I just didn't like the way it looked there.
Okay.
I didn't like, yeah. It's more of like the branding thing that I'm trying to do. So I didn't like how it was just like all these colors and everything like that. So I took them off from there and just kept them on the IGTV. But it's completely up to you. What I had done too is I did like I don't know if I still have it here. No, it's not on there. But it's a cover. I did a cover basically for the videos. And then if it was a long video, then at least I didn't have to focus on removing it because I didn't like the image or whatever it is. But you can also like change the cover page.
Yeah, I want to give you one other thing that you can think of. Canva is a great thing, and it can do an awful lot of things. But for video, there's another app that you can use that can put headlines that will put the captions in, and will also put other things in. It's called Scribe. Simple app, easy to use. So it's another one you can use if you just want to work with videos. And it's really pretty cool. So, and it's easy to use and it's not that expensive, but understand that you get what you pay for. As far as what you get for Canva free, it doesn't say if you get video or not. But I'm going to tell you that you probably are not able to do, it says you can, it doesn't say whether you can do it or not. So what I'm going to tell you is try it out, try the free version first. Don't pay until you have to.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so much stuff that you can do. Like Barbara was saying, like you could do presentations. This is a guide that I had created. Canva, to me, in my opinion, I feel like it's worth it. I think it's like $12 a month or something like that. In my opinion, it's worth it just for it removing the background alone. I still haven't been able to find an app that will do that so quickly, because there's other apps that you can kind of, I think, I forgot what the app is called, that you can remove it using like a little paintbrush and stuff like that. To me, that takes way too much time when I can just go on Canva and just press a button and it takes it off for me.
Right. It's $10 a month if you do it, if you get billed yearly, 13 if you don't. So that's the price on it, $12.95, $9.95.
Yeah.
On the video that you just showed, the caption, is that done by Canva or is that done separately?
Right. So the template itself, I created the template first. So that's something that, like, you'll see, like, most of her marketing, she wanted it very simple and everything. So this was created first. I did this part. This is literally just the logo up here. Like, it's just, that's all it is up there. It's the logo. And then this was just an element. You grab a box, one of those boxes from here. You grab a square and you change the shape of it and you put whatever color you want. And then you grab a font box and you put the font box on top. And then you just put the information on there. That's literally all it was. And then it was just a matter of uploading the video on here and then just literally dragging it here, or, you know, just hitting it and then just making it bigger.
I guess I'm went blank on what it's called. The text when you're talking and you have
Captions.
the
Captions.
captions. Yeah, is that done on a different program or can Canva do that too?
Canva does not do captions. Right? Is that right, Yari?
What do you mean by the caption?
Or that it's printing out what she's saying.
Oh, no.
So you
No,
could do.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk about that.
Okay, so with how she's speaking and then the words are down there, she did it herself. So you can do things like that by using InShot. There's an app called InShot that you can download. You can do that from your phone and you can put the words while you're speaking on there. It is a little time consuming, but it's something that you can do. InShot is awesome, especially like if you're want to do like a quick fun video, because you can actually add music to the background. Like if you're walking and all you hear is your footsteps, you can remove the noise from the actual video, block it off, and then you can add music on it. Now the music is more like instrumental music from the app itself. You can add that on top of it and then kind of do like a nice walkthrough video, and then
like you do on Instagram on the.
Exactly. And then on InShot, you can actually resize it where if you want to put it on, you know, TikTok and Instagram, it's going to be the same size. Instagram stories, it's the same size. So if you go on there, you resize it to the TikTok version, it's going to give you that long version of it. Now, if you go back to the Instagram, it's going to give you the 1x1 square. So you can go on there and customize it to whatever you're going to post it onto. So yeah, you can go ahead and put the wording there. Then you can save that video and then upload it here on Canva so that you can do the border. So that's basically the steps that you would have to take to make it look like this. And I think she put a filter on it as well. It looks like she put like an orange filter on it.
Okay.
So that's how you would do that. But yeah, Canva is literally like one of the best things. I'm gonna show you guys something else, but this is paid. I paid for something else and I can share with you guys the link to it. Because I don't have the time to do a lot of the marketing stuff, I ended up outsourcing some of it. And let's see here. I'll show you guys that now, but like this right here, I did not create that. It came from that company, Coffee and Contracts. I'll show you this as well. But I wanted to show you guys Trello really quick. If you guys
Very
aren't
good.
using Trello, one of the questions that I hear a lot is how can you organize your social media content? You could either use something like Trello where you can put, let's say this is Monday's content, and this is for Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. Right? So what you do is you can upload on here whatever content it is that you want to upload. You can drag it around. Let's say this is the content that I want to use. I already created myself on Canva or found a really pretty picture somewhere, or I took a picture of a property, whatever it is that you want to share. And then you can go on here and actually type in whatever it is that you want to type in with your hashtags and everything. That way the day of, let's say that you're getting in a routine of posting every day at 12 p.m., you can go in here, grab your picture, and you can do this right from your phone. Grab your picture, save it, and then copy and paste the content in here, and then just put it on your Instagram or your Facebook, wherever you're going to post it, and then just be done with it.
The important part about this is, guys, this is called organization. This is called structure, where you're actually structuring your business, where you're planning, right? I believe you should have at least a month plan, not necessarily the actual posts, but what you think you want to post over the next 4 weeks, right?
Yes.
This is a way to keep it organized, this is the way to put it in. And the greatest thing that Yari just said was having it on your phone and you can just copy and paste it. For instance, when I do my videos in the morning after I work out, I have my hashtags on a note, and I just copy and paste them in, right? I move them around every couple of days, change them around, depending on how you're doing and what your strategy is there. Have a strategy, have a plan, organize it, and this is how you do it. So you just got to schedule yourself to do this work that she's doing right here.
Exactly. And if you just take one day of the month to get everything done for the whole entire month, you don't have to come back to it at all. And like right here, I put on the top part, let's say that you're not doing it on a monthly basis and you want to do it every week, you can already have ideas already in place. You don't have to stick with it 100%. But let's say on Mondays, I very strongly want to do market stats or motivational or both. So you already come in here, you don't have to think so much of like, oh my goodness, what content am I going to put out there today? You can just simply do something like that.
Right.
Even articles, like I found that's a good thing to share. You don't have to necessarily create an ad per se, but you can go on the local news or whatever it is, events that are going on in the area, find a good article or find a good event that's going to be taking place, and then share that on your Facebook page and say, hey guys, I found this article, or don't say anything at all, just put the article up. It depends on how you want to go about doing that. But just whatever you do, just be consistent with it so that you're constantly being seen.
What's Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays topic? You only show Monday to Thursday.
Always put pictures of yourself. Like don't always put don't put here like luxury. You can put something luxury. Don't always put pictures of whatever is going on. Just make sure you're putting your face out there so people remember, what you look like.
All right, guys, it's 2:22. We have a hard stop at 2:30. For myself, if you want to stay on, I can make you the host and you can take over.
Okay.
I believe that I'm pretty sure I have an appointment at 2:30. So, any questions that people want to ask at this point to get answers? Anybody there?
Well, I think Canva is really great. I'm gonna sign up after this. I've been meaning to sign up. I'm using a couple other apps on the phone, but this is great. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Anybody out there want to ask a question real quick?
Yari, so Trello, once you set up that week, will it save that history?
It won't save it it's always going to save whatever you put on there. but let's say that you want to take it out of the way. So I created an actual folder around here. Okay, already done. And what I do is I just move it into my already done folder.
Got it. So that week is your live week.
Exactly. This is what's pending to do for the week. You can put more underneath it. So if you want to put 4 posts that day, whatever you want to do, you can have them all there and post it at different times. But the minute that it's done, and you could label it too, that it has a date on it. That way you remember, what date you posted it and everything like that if you need to reference it back. But yeah, I will save the history. I deleted a bunch of stuff here just because I didn't want to see it anymore. But yeah, you could save it.
Got it. So that little already done is almost like your library, right? And then your Monday through Sunday is just your live week that you reset yourself by putting it into the library when you're done.
Exactly.
Great question. Great point.
Yurisa, can you, I don't know if you're able to, but I'm not real familiar with Trello. I've used it a little bit in the past, but if you were going to start this out for the first time to set these up, can you show us where you would go, like point to point to do this?
So you'd go, this is your profile. So you just click here and then you put create a board. And then let's just put here social media, create board. And then you can customize colors or whatever, but this is basically how you would start. And it's very, very easy to use. It's very friendly. Like it's very simple to use. And then let's say if you want to do the article or whatever it is, you can always post it in there. Let's say that it's not that at all. You just want to share with people a guide, maybe through an email blast. You want to do an email blast. This doesn't necessarily have to go on social media. This could be something that you want to email to everybody. You can always work on a guide, or let's say it's already done and you can come in here, guide, email blast. You can come in here, add the attachment, and then just find it from your computer and put it on there. Or you don't have to do that either, and you could just put in here, guide email blast, fire, and just kind of like a reminder, like a sticky note. Basically, this is what it is. It's just sticky notes with the ability of putting pictures and a bunch of words and stuff like that on there. You can even add team members and everything like that on there. A lot of agents use Trello more for their transactions, and you could use that for stuff like that as well. I use it more for the social media content.
And how much is Trello per month? Or is that free version?
Trello's free. It's free.
It's free. You just have to join. That's all. That's what they want you to do. Any other questions, guys?
That's all. Thank you so much, both of
guys,
you.
I want to thank you all for coming. Yari, excellent job, super job. I know we're going to be in touch with stuff, and thank everybody. This is, as I said, this is recorded. If anybody's looking for the recording, I will upload it in several places. It's also been live on Facebook, which we're going to end right now. Thank you so much for coming.
All right, I put your number in the chat if you guys have any questions.
Wait, over what?
Yeah, Instagram Marketplace. Do you utilize that?
I have a what in here?
Paperclip.
What was
Yes.
that?
No, I have a paperclip in the house though. My
Okay,
office space is where I keep them.
I just need
Can you hear me?
The question, Yari, was, do you use Instagram Marketplace?
Oh,
The Instagram Marketplace? No, not yet.
Okay,
okay.
that's a good question, my friend.
I've only done some research. I haven't took action yet.
Great. I'm gonna also check it out myself. So guys, I want to thank everybody for coming. Go to Commitment to Capping, check this out, watch this video over and over again. You get some good stuff. And what you got here today was invaluable as far as thought processes, posts, as well as Canva was well worth the ticket of, oh, wait a minute, it was free. Okay, so anyway. So Yari, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take
All right,
care.
guys.
Thank you. This was awesome. I appreciate you.
You're
You're welcome.
Take care, everybody.
Yari,
Bye.
you staying on?